Fowlkes. I'm a second grade teacher at Hennessy School. My classes have been involved in saluting new readers for 5 years, and I love the program because it encourages them to read with fluency, confidence, and expression. So I hope you enjoy our show today.
Hello, my name is Max, and I will be reading the BFG. Every country in the world that had in the past been visited by the foul man-eating giants sent telegrams of congratulations and thanks to the BFG and Sophie. Kings and prime ministers and rulers of every kind showered the enormous giant and the little girl with compliments and thank yous, as well as sorts of medals and presents. The ruler of India sent the BFG a magnificent elephant, the very thing the BFG had been wishing for all his life. The king of Arabia sent a camel each. The Lama of Tibet sent them a llama each. Wellington sent them 100 pairs of wings each. Parma sent them beautiful hats. The king of Sweden sent them a sweet and sour pork. Jersey sent them pullovers. There was no end of the of the world. The queen herself had gave orders to a special house with tremendously high ceilings and enormous doors should immediately be built in the Windhorse Great Park next to her own castle for the BFG to live in. And a pretty little cottage was put up next door for Sophie. Thank you for listening to me read. If you want to find out the end of the story, check this book out at one of your public libraries.
Yay!
My name is Landon and I'm in class food. Come on, said Uncle Joe. We are going to get something to eat. Come on, Jake. Come on, Sam. Come on, P and Maria. Jake is eating a hamburger. Sam is eating a hot dog. P is eating a fish burger. Uncle Joe said, "Her is a hamburger." Maria, no, said Maria. Uncle Joe said, "Here is a fish burger." Maria, no, said Maria. Uncle Joe said, "Here is a hot dog." Maria, no, said Maria. Ice cream. I want ice cream. Jake is eating a hamburger. Sam is eating a hot dog. P is eating a fish burger. Maria is not eating. Uncle Joe is eating a hamburger, a fish burger, and a hot dog.
Thank you.
Thank you. present. When you were born, we gave you a kiss. We cried. We counted all the little piggies on your hands and feet. And when we told you we loved you, you screamed, "Happy birthday, your real birthday. We promised you more." On your first one, we made a star cake. But since you had only 4 teeth, you just sucked the icing off our fingers. We carried you through the park. We showed you all the trees. And when we told you we loved you, you spit up "Happy birthday." On your second one, we made a pound cake. We invited all our friends, but you ignored everybody and wanted only presents, presents, presents. You played until you were crabby. Then you cried because you needed a nap. We laughed. We told you we loved you. Then you fell asleep on the quilt on the floor while we all danced around you in celebration. Happy birthday. On your third one, you had the flu. But when we made a train cake anyway, we chugged it into our room. And you sat up in bed. Your face all hot and your eyes all big. Thank you for listening to me read birthday presents. If you would like to hear the rest of the end of the story, then you can just check it out at your local library. Hi, my name is Brandolyn, and I'm going to read Sylvester and the Magic Pebble. Night followed day, and day followed night over and over again. Sylvester on the hill woke up less and less often. When he was awake, he was only hopeless and unhappy. He felt he would be a rock forever, and he tried to get used to it. He went into an endless sleep. The days grew colder. Fall came with the leaves changing color. Then the leaves fell and the grass bent to the ground. Then it was winter. The winds blew this way and that. It snowed. Mostly the animals stayed indoors, living on the food they had stored up. One day a wolf sat on a rock that was Sylvester and howled because he was hungry. Then the snows melted, the earth warmed up in the spring sun, and the things budded. Leaves were on the trees again, flowers showed their young faces. One day in May, Mr. Ducken insisted that his wife go with him on a picnic. "Let's cheer up," he said. "Let's try to live again and be happy even though Sylvester, our angel, is no longer with us." They went to Strawberry Hill. Mrs. Ducken sat down on the rock. The warmth of his own mother sitting on him woke Sylvester up from his deep winter sleep. How he wanted to shout, "Mother, Father, it's me, Sylvester. I'm right here." But he couldn't talk. He had no voice. He was stone dumb. Mr. Ducken walked aimlessly about while Mrs. Ducken set out the picnic food on the rock. Alfalfa sandwiches, pickled oats, sassafras salad, Timothy compote. Suddenly, Mr. Ducken saw the red pebble. Thank you for listening to me read Sylvester and the Magic Pebble. If you want to hear the rest of the story, you can check this book out at your local library. Hi, my name is Elizabeth, and I'm going to be reading Because a Little Bug Went Ka-choo. You may believe it, but here's how it happened. One fine summer morning, A little bug sneezed. Because of the sneeze, a little seed dropped. Because of the seed drop, a worm got hit. Because he got hit, the worm got mad. Because he got mad, he kicked a tree. Because of that kick, a coconut dropped. Because of that nut drop, a turtle got bopped. Because he got bopped, that turtle named Jake fell on his back with a splash in the lake. Because of the splash, a hen got wet. Because she got wet, that hen got mad. Because she got mad, that hen kicked a bucket. Because of that kick, the bucket went up. Because it went up, the bucket came down. Because it came down, it hit Farmer Brown, and that bucket got stuck on his head. Because it got stuck, Farmer Brown phoned for help. Because of his phone call, policeman came speeding. Because they were speeding, they hit a big stone, and so one policeman flew up alone. Because he flew up, he had to come down. Because he came down on the boat Mary Lou, and because he hit hard, he made a big hole in the boat Mary Lou. Because of the hole, the boat started to sink, and because it was sinking, well, what do you think? Everyone started to yelp, and Miss Brown called on the phone for more help. Because of her phone call, more help came fast. Thank you for listening to me read. Because a little bug went ka-choo. If you want to hear the rest of this book, you can find it at your local library.
Yay!
Hi, my name is Taylor Reese, and I'll be reading Zumo the Rabbit. Zumo the Rabbit. Time was Zumo wanted more than cleverness. He wanted wisdom. He went to Sky God to ask for it. Zumo, it is not simple, said Sky God. To get wisdom, you must earn it. How, asked Zumo? You must do 3 impossible things, answered Sky God. First, bring me the scales of big fish in the sea. Second, bring me the milk of wild cow. Third, bring me the teeth of leopard. I will try, said Zumo. Zumo went to the edge of the sea. He began to play his drum. He played so loud, his drum beat went down to the bottom of the sea. Deep below, Big Fish heard the music of the drum. Big Fish came up out of the water and danced on the sand faster and faster. Zumo beat his drum faster and faster. Big Fish danced. Big Fish danced so fast, his scales fell off. Big Fish was naked. Splash! He jumped back into the sea. Quickly, Zumo scooped up the fish scales in his hat and hopped into the forest. In the forest, Zumo climbed a palm tree. He looked all around. Then he saw Wild Cow. Ha! Laughed Zumo. You are not so big. You are not so strong. Who is that laughing at me? Said Wild Cow. It is me, called Zumo. I say you are not even strong enough to knock down this little tree. Wild Cow got angry. She ran at the tree to knock it down. Thump! She hit the tree, but the palm tree was soft. Her horns got stuck. Quickly, Zumo slid down the tree. He turned his drum upside down and filled it with milk. Thank you for listening to me read Zumo the Rabbit. If you want to listen to the rest of the book, you can find it at your local library. A while later, the man with the yellow hat came home. Why, George, he said, I see you have already opened the box with the jigsaw puzzle. It was supposed to be a surprise for you. Well, go to work on it. Hardly the puzzle was finished, well, almost finished. One piece was missing. The man looked for it everywhere, but he could not find it. That's strange, he said. It's a brand new puzzle. Well, it cannot be helped. Maybe we'll find it in the morning. Let's go to bed now, George. The next morning, George did not feel well. He had a tummy ache and did not want to eat his breakfast. The man was worried. He went to the telephone and called Dr. Baker. Well, I'll be over as soon as I can, said the doctor. First, Dr. Baker looked down George's throat and felt his tummy. Then he took out his stethoscope and listened. I'm not sure what's wrong, he said. You better take George to the hospital and have an x-ray taken. I'll call them and let them know you are coming. Don't worry, George, he said the man was. When they were driving to the hospital, you have been there before when you broke your leg. Remember how nice the doctors and nurses were, George? Help his big rubber ball tight. Thank you for listening to me.
My name is Chris, and the book I'm reading is Two of Everything. Once long ago, in a humble little hut lived Mr. Hawktuck and his wife, Mrs. Hawktuck. They were old and very poor. What little they ate came from their tiny garden. In a lucky year when the harvest was plentiful, Mr. Hawktuck had a little extra to take to the village. There he traded turnips, potatoes, and other vegetables for clothing, lamp oil, and fresh sheets. One spring morning when Mr. Hawktuck was digging in his garden, his shovel was struck something hard. Puzzled, he dug deeper into the dark ground until he came upon an instant pot made of brass. How odd, said Mr. Hawktuck to himself, to think that I have been digging here all these years and never came upon this pot before. Thank you for listening to me read this book. If you want to hear the rest of the story, look in the local library.
My name is Kendra. I'm sun did not shine. It was too wet to play. So we sat in the house all that cold, wet day. I sat there with Sally. I sat there and I said how I wish we had something to do. Too wet to go out and too cold to play ball. So we sat there in the house. We did nothing at all. So all we could do was to sit, and we did not like it, not one little bit. Bump, and then something went bump. How that bump made us jump. We looked, then we saw him step on the mat. We looked and we saw him, the cat in the hat, and he said to us, "Why do you sit there like that? I know it is wet and the sun is not sunny, but we can have lots of good fun. That is funny. I know some good games we could play," said the cat. "I know some new tricks," said the cat in the hat. "A lot of good tricks. I will show them to you. Your mother will not mind at all if you do." Then Sally and I did not know what to say. Our mother was out of the house for the day. Thank you for listening to me read Cat in the Hat. If you want to hear the rest of the story, check it out at the local library. My name is Amber, and I'm going to read Millicent Maybe. Millicent Maybe lived all alone. She could cook what she pleased and buy what she pleased and go where she pleased, but she could never make up her mind. "I wonder what I should eat," said Millicent each morning. "Maybe an orange, or maybe pancakes, or maybe some toast." Millicent could not decide, so she ate a little of this and a little of that. "I wonder what I should wear today," said Millicent. "Maybe it will rain, or maybe the sun will shine. Maybe it will be cold, or maybe it will be hot." Millicent could not decide, so she wore a little of this and a little of that. It was maybe this and maybe that at the bookstore. It was maybe this and maybe that at the shoe store. It was maybe this and maybe that at the food store. Soon, Millicent had eaten too much of this and too much of that. She could not fit into anything. She had bought too much of this and too much of that. There was hardly enough room left for Millicent. "If only I had somebody to tell me what to do," said Millicent. Just then, she saw an ad in the morning newspaper. "All alone, need somebody to talk to? Buy a parrot, Pete's Pet Shop." "That's it," shouted Millicent as she put down the newspaper. "That's just what I need." And she ran to the pet shop. "I wonder what I should do," said Millicent. There were so many parrots, Millicent could not decide which one to buy. So she took them all. "I'll never have to make up my mind again," said Millicent. "Now I'll have somebody to talk to. These parrots will tell me what to do." And they did. As soon as she got home, the yellow parrot flew to Millicent and began to cry. Take a bath, whatever you say," said Millicent, and she ran upstairs to take a bath. Thank you for listening to me read Millicent Maybe. If you want to hear the rest of the story, check it out at your local library.
Yay!
Hi, my name is Haley, and I'm going to be reading Who Wants an Old Teddy Bear? One day, the mailman brought a package for Andy. It was a present from his grandmother. Andy ran to his room and tore off the rocket zipper. He had been hoping for a toy rocket ship, but there was no rocket ship inside the box. Instead, there was a teddy bear. "Ah," said Andy. "Who wants an old teddy bear?" And he kicked it aside and went outdoors to play. Andy stayed up late that night when Mother said it was past his bedtime, and brushed his teeth and went to sleep. The teddy bear was still laying on the floor beside his bed. In the middle of the night, Andy began to dream. He dreamed he had a magic umbrella that carried him out the window and sailing up into the sky. Andy looked back. Oh, he cried. Teddy bears! There were big teddy bears and small teddy bears. There were teddy bears behind every cloud. They chased Andy through the night sky, far away from his home. All of a sudden, the sun was shining. The bears gave Andy's umbrella a push. Down, down, down he floated. He landed in a teddy bear town. The bears were very surprised to see a little boy in town. "Where do you think he came from?" they wondered. The little bears looked friendly enough, but a big thank you for listening to me read Who Wants an Old Teddy Bear? And if you want to hear the rest of the story, then you can check it out at your local library.
Yay!
Hi, I'm Emily Elizabeth. This is a happy day for me. This is the last day of school. Summer vacation is here. Now I can play with my dog Clifford. We don't go on a long vacation trips. It's too hard to get Clifford on a bus or train. We only go to places that Clifford can walk to, like picnics in the park. Last year was different. Last year we went to the mountains. Mommy and Daddy said it was too far for Clifford to walk, so we left him with the lady next door. That night, Clifford was so lonely, he began to howl. He howled and he howled and he howled until someone threw a shoe at him. It didn't hurt Clifford's nose, but it did hurt his feelings. The next morning, Clifford set out to find us. He sniffed his way along the road. Clifford didn't mean to make trouble, but a lot of people had never seen a big red dog before. Clifford kept going. Nothing could stop him. And then he saw a little old man trying to fix his truck. The man needed help. So Clifford stopped and helped him. He took the little old man to a garage. The little old man gave Clifford a little lunch to thank him for his help. Thank you for listening to me read Clifford Takes a Trip. If you want to read the rest of the book, go to the library.
Hi, my name is Daniel, and I'm going to read Leprechauns Don't Play Basketball. Eddie stepped in front of Mr. O'Grady. "I'll be your partner," he said, but Mr. O'Grady leapt away. Eddie spent the entire gym time chasing his teacher around and the hopping third graders. Eddie was almost ready to give up when he ran smack dab into Mr. O'Grady as he was doing a twirl. Eddie hopped up and tried to look into Mr. O'Grady's eyes, but Mr. O'Grady was not to be tricked. He reached into his little pouch and sidestepped Eddie. "Watch out!" Melody squealed. "He has a magic stone. Jump!" Eddie jumped back and joined his three friends. "Why might you be a thinking I have magic?" Mr. O'Grady asked softly. "We know who you are," Eddie blurted, "and we know why you're here. We are going to stop you," Howie added. Mr. O'Grady pulled out a small red jewel from his pouch. "'Tis foolish to be a thinking you gonna stop me." Melody gasped when the door swung open and Miss Jeepers stepped into the gym. "We've got to do something," Melody gasped, but it was too late. Mr. O'Grady dashed to the door and gasped and grabbed Miss Jeepers' hands. He started to twirl her around the gym, keeping time to the music. "Look!" Carrie squealed. "And Miss Jeepers?" Thank you for listening to me read. And check this book out at any library that you can find it at.
My name is Brady, and the book that I'm reading is The Green Eggs and Ham. That Sam I am, not Sam I am. I do not like that Sam I am. Do you like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam I am. I do not like green eggs and ham. Would you like them here or there? I would not like them here or there. I would not like them anywhere. Hey, I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Would you like them in a house? Would you like them with a mouth? I do not like them in a house. I do not like them with a mouth. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Would you eat them in a box? Would you eat them with a fox? Not in a box, not with a fox, not in a house, not with a mouse. I would not eat them here or there. I would not eat them anywhere. I would not eat green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Could you, in a car, eat them. Here they are. I could not in a car. You may like them, you will see. You may like them in a tree. I could not in a tree, not in a car. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to me read Green Eggs and Ham. If you want to see the rest of the story, check it out in the local library. Ben. Ben is up on the bed. Ben is looking at a birthday card. Ben is looking at a dinosaur. Ben is asleep. Mom comes in. Mom looks at the dinosaur too. Mom is looking at a book. Here is Ben's birthday cake. Here is the tail. Here is the head. Ben's birthday cake is a dinosaur. Happy birthday, Ben. Thank you for listening to me read a birthday cake for Ben.
Hello, my name is John, and I'm reading The Five Chinese Brothers. Once upon a time, there were 5 Chinese brothers, and they all looked exactly alike. They lived with their mother in a little house not far from the sea. The first Chinese brother could swallow the sea. The second Chinese brother had an iron neck. The third Chinese brother could stretch and stretch his legs. The fourth Chinese brother could not be burned, and the fifth Chinese brother could hold his breath infinitely. Every morning, the first Chinese brother would go fishing, and whatever the weather, he would come back to the village with beautiful and rare fish, which he had caught and could sell at the market for a very good price. One day, as he was leaving the marketplace, a little boy stopped him and asked if he could go fishing with him. "No, it could not be done," said the first Chinese brother. But the little boy begged and begged, and finally, first Chinese brother consisted under one condition, said he, and that is that you shall obey me. Yes, yes, the little boy promised. Early next morning, it is finished. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to me read The Five Chinese Brothers. And you can check, if you want to read this book, you can check it out at your local library.
Hi, my name is Dylan. I'm going to be reading Just Grandma and Me. We went to the beach, just Grandma and me. I wanted to set up the beach umbrella, but the wind was too strong. I flew my kite instead. I bought hot dogs for Grandma and me, but they fell in the sand, so I washed them off. I found a nice seashell for Grandma, but it was full of a crab. I wanted to blow up my seahorse, but I didn't have enough air, so Grandma helped a little. I told Grandma to take me way out in the deep water, but not too far. I put on my fins and my mask and showed Grandma how I can snorkel. I dug a hole in the sand for Grandma. Then I covered her up and tickled her toes. I built a sandcastle just for Grandma, but a big wave came. Grandma said that's what happens to sandcastles, and we will build a new one next time. On the way home, Grandma was tired, so I told her I would watch for our stop. We had a good time at the beach, just Grandma and me. Thank you for listening to me read the Just Grandma and Me.
Smile. Smile.
Hi, my name is Natalie, and I'll be able to read The Grouchy Ladybug. It was night, and some fireflies danced around the moon. At 5 o'clock in the morning, the sun came up. A friendly ladybug flew in from the left. It saw a leaf with many aphids on it, and it decided to have them for breakfast. But just then, a grouchy ladybug flew in from the right. It too saw the aphids and wanted them for breakfast. Good morning, said the friendly ladybug. Go away, shouted the grouchy ladybug. I want those aphids. We can share them, suggested the friendly ladybug. No, they're all mine, screamed the grouchy ladybug. Or do you want to fight me for them? If you insist, answered the friendly ladybug sweetly, and it looked the other bug straight in the eye. The grouchy ladybug stepped back. It looked less sure of itself. Oh, you're not big enough for me to fight, it said. Then why don't you pick on somebody bigger? I'll do that, screeched the grouchy ladybug. I'll show you. It puffed up and flew off. At 6 o'clock, it met a yellow jacket. Hey you, said the grouchy ladybug, want to fight? If you insist, said the yellow jacket, showing its stinger. Oh, you're not big enough, said the ladybug, grouchy ladybug, and flew off. At 8 o'clock, it saw a stag beetle. Hey you, said the grouchy ladybug, want to fight? If you insist, said the stag beetle, opening its jaws. Oh, you're not big enough, said the grouchy ladybug, and flew off. At 8 o'clock, it came across a praying mantis. Hey you, said the grouchy ladybug, want to fight? If you insist, said the praying mantis, stretching out its long front legs. Oh, you're not big. Oh. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to me read The Grouchy Ladybug. If you want to finish this book, you can get it at your local library. Hi, my name is Brandon, and I'll be reading The Terrible Tiger. We're going to hunt the terrible tiger. We're not scared of the terrible tiger. We're not scared of anything. Creep, creep over the hill. Hello, monkey. We're going to hunt the terrible tiger. We're not scared of the terrible tiger. We're not scared of anything. Creep, creep under the log. Hello, bird. We're going to hunt the terrible tiger. We're not scared of the terrible tiger. We're not scared of anything. We're creep, creep through the forest. We're not. Hello, snake. We're not scared. We're going to hunt the terrible tiger. We're not scared of the terrible tiger. We're not scared of anything. That's not a snake, that's my tail, and I'm the terrible tiger. Scram, scream, scram, squirp, scram through the forest, scram under the log, scram over the hill, scram back home. We're not scared of the terrible tiger. We're not scared of anything. Thank you for listening to me read the terrible title.
What do you love?
Reading!
And where do you go to school?
Hennessy!
And what grade are you in?
2nd grade!
Hip hip hooray!
Hip!